Hi there, my name's Dave Bolter. Welcome to Let It Go Hypnotherapy. I'm here today to give you a basic lesson on how the brain works and how hypnosis works. Okay, there might be some scientists out there, neurologists, but basically we're just keeping it simple today. No big names, no big terms. It's basically a layman's view of how the brain works. We've all seen that brain there, that grey matter on displays everywhere we go. See it divided into two, can't you? So we're going to keep it simple. There are many parts of the brain, but for this demonstration we're just going to keep it simple. Okay, so there's two parts of the brain. You've got the intellect part. You've got the intellect part there, and that deals with all the stuff we learn, all the things we pick up over our lifetime, the maths, English, all the things we learn, how the system works, how we want to work. It's all the things we learn about. The second part is the emotional part, and that deals with our imagination. It deals with some of the things, how we deal with things in life. And how it works is, we might have an emotion, we might have an anxiety, or somebody's stressing us out. And this emotional side is saying, how do we deal with that? And it'll go back to the intellect side, and it'll ask it how to deal with that situation. And sometimes the intellect side has never dealt with that situation before, so it doesn't know how to deal with it properly. So what it does, it gives you the next best thing, which may not be the right thing for you to deal with, or to deal with the emotion that's coming your way. Okay, but whatever happens, this emotional part will always win over the intellect part, and that's what happens. So when these two are conflicted, not sure how to deal with it, this is how we get that panic and anxiety and stress and tension. Okay, so I want you to imagine now that these two bits at the base of the brain, there's what we call a CPU, right? And that basically deals with these two parts. So I want you to imagine now this toy here as this CPU, and this is going millions of times a second like this, in, out, in, out, in, out, dealing with all the processing information we're doing here. So what happens is we have a fight, flight, freeze mechanism where the emotions are running too high. We're not sure what we're going to do. We don't know if we're going to fight, we're going to flight, or we're going to freeze. Okay, so this is what this is doing. It's deciding that. But over time, these things get filled. So these fears and anxieties stop this closing. So you're in a constant state of anxiety, or in a fearful state, or a stress state, because these is not allowing it to close. Okay, and that's the problem. So you're in a constant state of anxiety or a constant state of tension. You see that with people. They're always nervous, or they're always stressed. You can see it in their face. You can see it in their actions, and that's what's happening. This part of the brain isn't closing down properly. Okay, so what hypnosis allows us to do, it allows us just to spike this a bit and open it up slowly, and we can negotiate with the subconscious brain then, and we can then ask it to release these fears and anxieties, to let them go. So we say, can you help us let this go? That's what hypnosis is. We're dealing with the subconscious mind. So we negotiate with the subconscious mind on how we can get rid of these fears, phobias, or whatever we've got in there that's causing us grief. Okay, so we do it, stuck it there. So what we do, we go into hypnosis, we negotiate with the subconscious brain and say, can we remove these? And the subconscious brain will allow us to do this if we say to it, we're going to put some more good parts back in. So it allows us to put good bits back in, and that's what hypnosis does. It allows us to negotiate with this brain, the subconscious mind, and it allows us then to clear this CPU of any anxieties, tensions, or stresses, or fears it's got. Okay, and that's what hypnosis does. But what we usually do, we usually fill it with some good stuff, because what happens is, if you take something out, you've got to put something back in, else that anxiety or that fear or that stress, it'll creep back in again. So what we do is we fill this with some good stuff, you know, so you get some inner peace, inner love, inner joy, inner happiness. We'll put it back in there, so you feel better about yourself, and that's basically what hypnosis does, and that's how we work. So if you have any questions, please drop me a line, or call me on 07831 7022, or drop me a line at david@letitgo.com, and we can help you help yourself have that life you deserve and that life you want. So if you've got any questions, drop me a line or give me a call. Look forward to hearing from you. Take care.